Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
Stay frosty. What's going on, everybody? It's Ian K, creator, producer, and host of Peep This Out Reviews here on YouTube. Welcome to the Friday night live stream, guys. Hard to believe it is the end of January. The first month of 2023 is history. Hopefully we'll have the chat catching up in just a second over here. I always test these things beforehand and everything looks like it was online, so we'll give that a few seconds here. Maybe it'll get activated. But welcome, welcome, welcome. Great to see all of you guys. I have my other little chat view that I can see, which is actually on the YouTube's page. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know you can hear me okay and see me okay. That would be a wonderful situation if you can. And we'll go from there. But guys, great to be on here with everybody. And so far, it looks like we've got a very loaded house here as well. Great to see everybody in effect there. There we go. There we go. I was getting concerned. CeeLo, what's going on, my friend? Thanks for jumping on. Pipe Night, nice to see you as well. We've got the thumbs up in effect. Joe Benelli, Drew, Klon Go, Scott Messerschmidt, sticker collecting. What's going on? Great to see all of you guys on here right now. It is great to be here. Lots to talk about, lots to go over. My absence from last Friday we'll discuss as well. But great to be on here, guys. Let me see if we can shoot up to the very top here and see who we have in the chat. First things first, we've got Lord Darkside and Erna jumping in. Thanks so much for jumping on. Great to see you guys as always. We have Tony. Nice to see you as well. Tony Solis, thanks so much for being here. Emmanuel Pinero, thanks so much as well. Let's see. Annette Cervantes, no worries about the last couple of weeks or so. Trust me, I understand completely there. I'm moving as well as contracting, you know what. That would do that to anybody. So I'm glad you're doing better. And like I said, it is what it is. And I'm glad that we're at this point right now, which is the end of the month. So great to be on here with you. And you're doing okay, which is good. Let's see here. Erna, from the last time, she's a maniac. Maniac was sang with Michael Cimbello. That's right, 1983. That is right, from Flashdance. That's going way back in the day right there. Really awesome. Drew's Food Reviews. Welcome to the Friday situation. Great to see you on here, Drew, as always. Great to have you aboard. Klon Go, hope you're doing well, my man. Definitely doing a lot better. I'll tell you exactly what happened to me at Disneyland in just a little while. Definitely not the way I expected my evening to end, and much less having the experience that I did that afternoon. But I'll tell you about that. Let's see here. Dom's World, what's going on? Dom, thanks so much for jumping in. And again, Erna, who sang Total Eclipse of My Heart? I thought it was Heart initially, but Bonnie Tyler, I believe it was. I think I put that answer in over there for you as well. Scott Messerschmidt, thanks so much for jumping on as well, too. Great to see you. Great to see you. It's definitely chilly out my way here right now. It is a nice, crisp, about 65 degrees, which is manageable. Definitely manageable. Let's see here. Yes, Bonnie Tyler. There we go, Erna. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. Drew, yes, Bonnie Tyler, 84, I think. There you go. Let's see, 1983, back in those days. Gosh, it's crazy to think about, you know, almost so many years ago. So many years ago. 40 years ago exactly is what that was. And I was born 10 years earlier than that, which I will be later this year. I don't even want to say that out loud right now, which is crazy. Scott Messerschmidt, right now, 39 high, 53 nice days. Very cool. Very, very cool. CeeLo, what it do? What it do, my friend? Thanks so much for jumping on. Michael Domayer, hey there, Ian. It's a chilly 35 degrees here in Detroit right now, and I have a little bit of snow on the ground. Well, 'tis the season, you know, it's crazy. I mean, the snow you think of like the holiday time into December, maybe into a little bit into January, but the end of January into February, March is kind of crazy now, the way the seasons have been kind of pushed up. We're still in the middle of some crazy weather here. We actually have some more rain scheduled for Sunday and Monday. So there's been a lot going on here. It's been mostly cold this last week or so. I mean, Disneyland was a nice crisp situation there, with the exception of later in the day, which I'll talk about here. Right before the review, we'll get into some of that stuff. We'll talk about that. Let's see. Drew, hope Ian has chips and drinks on tap for tonight. Well, I definitely have some drinks. But in terms of the review, you know you're never gonna guess what it's gonna be, Drew. You're never gonna guess what it is. So especially with what I'm doing lately. But like I said, we're gonna test your clairvoyant powers, and we're gonna see how well you do, of course. TJ DeGod, thanks so much for jumping on. Let's go. Kyle Broussard in the house. We have Wade Bowers, Randy Molina, and sticker collecting we mentioned in the very beginning. Thanks so much for jumping on, you guys. I appreciate it. Janice Yamanaka, thanks so much for jumping on. Great to see you. Let's see. Who else do we have here? Let's see. Larry Nguyen saying, did you hear about the Monterey Park? Yes, actually, you know, I was not that far from that tragedy, actually, we had here in Monterey Park here in Southern California. Very scary. I was actually visiting my in-laws who live in Monterey Park, not far off of Garvey Avenue where that happened. So it was a little freaky to kind of see that as it was unfolding naturally, but very, very sad situation. I'm just glad that there was a quote unquote ending that I think that is the only ending that it could have been given the situation. So really sad at the same time, but really, really, you know, really just glad to be past at least that moment in time. It was definitely hard to watch that, especially what was unfolding later on. And then, of course, in Northern California, we had another situation which has just been crazy. So, you know, my heart goes out to all the families and people affected by that directly, of course, and just in general. No one wants to see any loss of any type. But it was really very, very, very sad. Very sad. All right, we got everybody here. Let's see here. Robert Giles. Oh my God, I'm so glad you and your son are okay. There we go. Talking about to Russ Meyer. Let me see. We're going back up over here. Russ. Del Taco closed early due to a small fire. Thankfully, whoa, and thankfully no injuries. We get to catch the Peep stream. Wow, I say that's a win. Well, thank you so much for that. I'm sorry to hear what had happened there. Wow, I've never really seen like certain restaurants, especially fast food ones, that catch fire or things happen that way. But as long as nobody was hurt, you know, that's the important thing there with that for sure. Misty Smith, what's going on? Armando Barron Gaming and Films. What it do? What it do? C-Man23 almost missed the live stream with streaming. No worries. Thanks so much for jumping on. Of course, these streams always go on the replay for you. Typically, they're the very next day, but I'll have a little quickie review for you for tomorrow. And then naturally, this replay will be live on Sunday. So, you know, it's been a little light in terms of some of the content this week, but I do guarantee content every single week. Usually 2 to 3 reviews, and I think I've had a couple, and we'll get into that in just a bit for the food review breakdown. But definitely lots of fun stuff. I've been in pre-production on about 7 different pieces of content that you're going to see into February already. There is a lot of good stuff that you guys are going to love. Some of my contacts that have reached out to me, some of my little birds that are out there. And there's a lot of really awesome footage of things that you're going to see. So there's already pre-production things in effect, so I'm ready to go. And you're going to start to see the fruits of those labors this coming week, naturally. So it should be a lot of fun. And I believe the Super Bowl is a week after this one. So there may be something planned around that time too, at least content-wise, something depending upon, I have to take a look at the schedule for that. So lots to look forward to, of course. It's a new month, naturally, as we round out this one. But let's see here. Who else do we have in effect here as well? Osman just got home, just got back from Vegas, tried Jack in the Box and In-N-Out Del Taco, and actually, wow, very cool. Very nice. I'm glad you dug that. Del Taco's got some pretty good stuff too. They definitely do. There's actually something I've been wanting to do that if I can fit it into the schedule this next week or two, you may see that kind of in between some of the big gun stuff that you'll see. But I'm excited to actually kind of do this one because I didn't realize it was like something kind of hidden in a way. Hint, hint. From there, so we'll have to see. Chewy Lore, what's going on? I'm going to watch the college championships this Sunday. Very nice. Yes, absolutely. I will be busy doing that, of course. I always get more excited about sports as we get into the playoff seasons of things because that's when I get a little bit more interested. But, you know, given my schedule and the way things are throughout the year, it's hard for me sometimes. Even doing like fantasy football leagues and fantasy things in general, I'm always so, you know, short-sighted with, you know, remembering those things at the same time. So we'll see how this goes, but naturally as we're getting closer to Super Bowl, I can't wait. Klon Go, excited for the food reviews today. What is Ian going to say about Disney? Yes, I will tell you about that a little bit later into the stream, but it was definitely a nice return. Of course, running a whole bunch of things there. They were winding down Splash Mountain, actually, which we didn't get on for a reason, actually, aside from it just being very busy. But we'll be, I'll get into a little bit of that as we go. Right before the review, actually, we'll talk about that. Tony Montana, both happy belated New Year and happy belated anniversary, Ian. Hope you had a good one. Both of them, of course. Yes, it was very nice on both fronts. Definitely very nice on both fronts. Good times, absolutely there. All right, as I'm making my way down, trying to catch up as much as possible. Ed Harris, Ian, love your reviews. Thanks, man. No, thank you, Ed. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're digging the content. Greatly appreciate that there. I have a lot of fun producing it for you, as always. Michael Domayer, Monday's low is supposed to be 6 degrees. Wow, that's nuts. That is nuts. Maureen Descatado, hi Ian, how are you today? I'm doing okay, a little under the weather, still kind of recuperating, so to speak, from last week, believe it or not. But definitely a lot better than I was then. But doing okay, Maureen. Thanks so much for jumping on. It is great to be on here with you guys. So guys, we're about 10 minutes past the hour. Let me just say thank you so much for being here right now. Like I always say, and I usually save this for the very end, you guys definitely have choices when it comes to content here on YouTube. I appreciate you making my channel one of those choices. Lots of great things going on. Naturally, I kind of alluded to already there. You're going to see a lot of big gun content coming out starting next week. And there's a lot of things planned throughout the month naturally, and just a lot of stuff in general, because naturally around Super Bowl time, that's when there's a lot of new stuff that is thrown out all over the place, in addition to all the little reviews that you'll see along the way from all those things that I like to check out personally. Of course, all the big gun things you want to see, and I definitely want to bring them to you. So we'll definitely get into that. But before we get into the food review content breakdown, naturally, just to get the parking lot option off the table, because I always mention this towards the beginning, should you guys wish to contribute to the channel, and as you guys saw in the very beginning in the lobby, the sponsorship information, and you're probably seeing it scrolling above me here right now, take a look at the description box down below. You'll find a multitude of ways to contribute should you wish to. As always, I'm a one-man show with these things, so naturally everything you're seeing here is designed by yours truly. But along with making great content and continuing to do what I like to do, which always makes it a lot easier, should you wish to contribute, you've got super chatting, of course, here on YouTube, as well as PayPal information down below. Or if you're watching it on your desktop, it's the first on the upper right-hand corner. You'll see that link there as well. And then naturally, you guys will be show sponsors that will be visible down below when the replay goes live. And in this case, it will be Sunday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's supposed to be a rainy day here, so we'll have to see what happens there. So let me just thank you in advance. I really greatly appreciate all the love and support, all of you guys watching the content while I'm creating it and putting it out there for you. But should you guys wish to contribute, you guys always know you have that option there. And now that that's done, let's get into exactly what content has been put out, because I think where we left this the last time, before I wasn't able to stream last Friday, which again, I'm going to tell you about, so hang tight for that. We were right after, I think, the Domino's pasta review, the Domino's pasta primavera, I think it was. So that was the main thing at that time there. And then I had actually gone back to Taco Bell to check out the wild cherry electric strawberry freeze, which I always love adding those freezes to my playlist there, because I just love checking out the drinks at Taco Bell. They're always good for these things. Crazy sweet, but good, which was pretty good there. From that point on, I actually swung back to Jack in the Box and checked out their deluxe version of the grilled chicken sandwich, which was basically the addition of cheese and bacon to what was already there. But I figured, you know what, that would probably change the flavor profile just a little bit. So let me go and give that a go and give that a shot. And then actually a few days later was the beginning of Disney. And the guys, I got to tell you, the Disneyland Ronto wrap review, that was something that I had actually seen in the past, but you know, my wife was like, you know, let's give this a try. This actually looks pretty good. And I figured as we were passing Galaxy's Edge, as we were going through it, and we saw this place, I'm like, okay, let's give it a go. And then she asked me if I was going to review it, and I figured, okay, well, let me take a closer look and see. And I actually ended up doing the review, very impromptu, because it was super loud. I wasn't sure how that was going to turn out. But it was nice to kind of, you know, dust off the cobwebs of doing the Disney filming and that type of thing. So that was the first one there. And then guys, BK, I realized I had never done a quad version of any of their burgers in the past, much less I think a triple. I think I may have done something small. I have to take a look. I have well over 1,800 plus pieces of content on my channel, which is insane after all these years. But I actually checked out the quad BK stacker. And I got to say, it was definitely a crazy situation. And whoop, I just got notified something is blasting up here on the screen. Bus 7332, Bus, a little late to the stream before 9 p.m. No worries, my friend. Thank you so much for jumping in. As always, super chat donation. I was at Disney last Thursday, Bus, but I'm going to tell you about what happened to me there a little bit later on. But I hope you're doing okay. Hope everything is well with you. There we go, right over there. It is all good. Thank you so much. And of course, down below, I appreciate the love and support as always. All of you guys make the difference naturally, but those donations, I say, they really do help. But thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you, Bus. Thank you. But yes, the Burger King Quad BK Stacker. And guys, that was just a luscious situation of delicious footage. That is something you do not want to watch hungry. There is really a lot of great, delicious footage in that. So really, really good stuff. And then guys, my first time at Oga's Cantina at Galaxy's Edge, which I was trying to get into for so long, and there was a little bit of a hack to do it, which was really kind of cool. And we were able to actually get in and only wait like 20 minutes or so, which was awesome. We got a table very quickly. We got inside. Basically, it's going into the app, and you basically select dining, and you keep trying to join the wait list. You go in and out of it quickly there, and eventually it connects you in because people are always leaving. And we were able to get in and actually experience it. But guys, that was just a little bit of a taste of Disney for that. And those were the only 2 reviews, unfortunately, that I was able to shoot that day. But I actually have some plans to go back in February as well as April. So I actually am going to be going back in there to do some more. I want to do some regular food stuff for you as well. But I have to say, really, really good times. And of course, they have a little bit of the Star Wars flair and a little of the good stuff with the special effects. On the Ronto wrap, I love the very beginning of Oga's Cantina also. On top of that, and the Ronto wrap has a very beginning. It has a whole Millennium Falcon sequence, which was really fun to do. I'm always trying to give you guys a little bit extra when I do my stuff, and all the theme reviews, if anything there. And then rounding it out, guys, the Taco Bell Ultimate Game Day box. That was basically something I've always loved to check out, these big party-sized boxes of things. And considering it was the return of the crispy chicken wings, which I've reviewed like 2 or 3 times at this point. I think twice. I think I may have done it on stream. I think I may have done it on stream a while back, but 2 times I know officially. The test market review that I did before it was launched nationwide, and then when it was the re-released actually as a nationwide option as well. But guys, that was a blast to put together. That was actually done for the specific reason because I wanted to get it out on my mom's birthday, which was January 24th. Shout outs to the mom, Mama Peeps, the big 73. My birth year, actually. We had a nice little party for her and everything as well. It was a beautiful day, and I definitely wanted to make sure I had that ready to go because she wanted to watch it. And it was a lot of fun to do. And I'm seeing E. Noel and Jeff Crail, my homies, my homies are here. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for jumping on, guys. Definitely. And I think I saw Jeff had a comment about Del Taco's orange shake, and I think Eric E. Noel mentioned that as well, too. That way, I know about the orange situation on there too. But good times, good times. Bus is going to Disneyland tomorrow. Nice, 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 nice. Got to tell you guys, it was a lot of fun there. The first part of the day, anyway, was really, really nice. So good times across the board there for content naturally there. But again, the big gun pieces of content, of course, Taco Bell with their game day, the quote unquote ultimate box. You already know how it is. It was definitely put together pretty nicely. KBD Productions TV in the house. Ken Domick doing it huge as always. I miss you too, my friend. Thank you so much for jumping on. I appreciate the love and support. You already know what it is, Ken. It is definitely on and popping, and your channel is always on and popping as well as you do and your do. Shout outs to you there and homie hugs always. You already know, Ken. You already know. Let's see here. Yes, Maureen Descatato, I like your Taco Bell Super Bowl box preview. I'm glad you dug that. I'm glad you dug that. I didn't really expect to kind of see that initially. I think it was supposed to be out, I believe, on the 26th initially anyway, but my locations here actually have had it for a day or two. So when I drove by, I'm like, let me just swing on by the next day. I'll do that, and I'll put that out for the mom's birthday with that. So definitely, like I said, it was tasty. I mean, it's all the Taco Bell goodness, and the main reason I wanted to get that was the chicken wings. Primarily there because I've had the regular tacos before and the Mexican pizza, which I've reviewed a few times as well. But guys, just so you know, it's Taco Bell. You can customize that goodness, of course. So naturally, I opted not to do just 4 straight crunchy tacos. I wanted to do 2 soft, 2 crunchy, and I brought home the rest, and it's just been kind of picked at as time went by with that, for sure. Max MPM 95, what's going on? This is Jennifer, your big breaking vid TVs. Welcome to prime time. That's from Elm Street 3. You already know. That's awesome. The Dream Warriors. That's one of my favorite sequels from Nightmare on Elm Street. That's a classic one right there. Good times. Brandon, thoughts on crumble cookies? You know what? I don't really have one that's super local to me. I mean, they technically are not that far from where I'm at, but I'm not really super a big fan of cookies like that, to be honest. I'm more of a donut guy, which is chances are the reason why you always see now the Krispy Kreme reviews in the beginning of the months when they come out with new stuff. So that's part of the reason with that. But I haven't been bitten by the crumble bug, and I'm not really down with it. Max, here comes the chicken. Wow, he's going down the road. He's on down the road with that one. It's getting crazy in here. And we have Misty Smith. Everybody clap, clap, clap your hands. It's wiggle time, wiggle show time. In about 10 minutes, we're jumping into the first review that I got to definitely go get, of course. And I'm looking forward to doing that for you. Review Little Debbie snacks. Would you guys want to see Little Debbie snack cakes? Maybe I'll do a poll on my channel on the community tab, and I'll ask you guys, what do you guys want to see? Do you want to see more Hostess? Debbie's or Drake's, if I can get those delivered naturally. I'd have to have that actually sent to me. My sister picks them up when she was out in Maryland a few months back. So we'll have to see about that. Wade Bowers, hey Peep, have you ever said peep and ate easy? Always, all day long. Peep and ate easy. Actually, it's easy for me because I like going to do what I have to do. So for me, it's not too bad. But the other version of it, naturally, that's definitely a challenge. And I'm going to leave that one right there. Yes, Enoel Crumble, the closest one is in Montrose. That's right. Right off of, I want to say Verdugo. I believe it's Verdugo. So yes, not too far, but again, I'm just not a cookie cut type of guy like that. I mean, I like cookies. I like doing the Oreos. I like doing some of the other stuff. I like chewy cookies. But you know, in terms of just getting out there to do those particular things, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I'm not ruling it out, like I said, but at the same time, we'll have to see. Let's see. Interested Food Man, what's going on? It looks like it is a blue nighttime indeed on the stream today. Yes, I'm actually going to be changing these lights. I may actually switch out as the year goes on. 1 month we'll do blue, maybe another month we'll do purple, maybe all red. We'll do some things there, and then naturally as we get into the next, we'll have to see there as well. Claw and Go, waiting patiently for you to bring back your drive-through shots. Yes, do not worry. Trust me. February should be a month you should enjoy. Let's just put it that way. And yes, Crumble is in Duarte. That's right. There's just nothing close by. They're all on either end of the spectrum, Armando. That's the only thing. Let's see. Dunky, does your wife like crumble cookies? You know what? She's never said one way or another if she likes them or not, to be honest. We've never had them, to be honest. So I've never heard it one way or another. Maybe I should just bring it home just to try, I guess, because I know it changes like a weekly thing. If you want to see some awesome cookies or awesome crumble reviews, check out Something New. Big Ben over there. He is a fiend with that. So he is definitely on it like flies on you know what. So he is definitely on it. Doing it big over there as well. Good old Something New. Jonas said to me, okay, Jonatas Rueda, hopefully I said that correctly. To me, you have the best fast food channel on YouTube. Greetings from Brazil. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate the love. Believe me, I love doing what I do and putting it out there for you. But thank you so much for that. Let's see. All right, guys, we're going to be jumping into this first review in just a second here, and I think I'm going to pause it right by Claw and Go. No matter what month it is, Ian is always looking forward to your reviews. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I really enjoy putting the stuff together for you, and I can kind of visualize it in my head because I know what's coming, and I know all the things that you guys are going to be seeing a lot of other people review as well. I just love being in the mix and having all that fun with that as well, too, and being part of that conversation. So I'm glad you dig it. Definitely Claw and Go. You have a lot to look forward to, trust me. Plenty of great footage and a lot of delicious breakdowns of goodness there up close as always. You already know. All right, before we jump into the review in just a few, and I'm going to pause it right over there real quick, I wanted to show you guys something that I came across actually when I got picked up by my sister, mi familia, Enoel, as well as Jeff Crail, scooped me up, and we actually took the moms to go get some food one day. It was just kind of like an impromptu thing to go out to lunch, and they actually happened to have a 99-cent store right behind this place that we went to there. And naturally, when I saw that, my mom obviously said she wanted to go in and kind of look around there, and I like looking around those things too once in a while. I hadn't been in one in a bit. But I decided to kind of walk the aisles and check some things out, and I came across something that I could not believe that I saw, because I was like, you know what, even though I have these individually, they actually had them in like a full set, and it was like $5, and I was like, I cannot pass this up because it just looks really cool. So without further ado, and you guys all know my second love besides content creation, hobby-wise, of course, outside of video gaming, is Masters of the Universe. So guys, take a look at the micro collection of Masters of the Universe figures that normally these were, I guess, like $1 or so each. So that's why I guess it's $5. But it's the full set of all of them in one little gift pack, which is cool. So this is like the micro figure collection of these here. And on the very back, for those of you who don't know who these guys are, of course, you have He-Man right over there, Man-at-Arms, Orko, Skeletor. I'm trying to keep that focus just a little bit. I know that ring light is really kind of blowing it out. There we go. Somewhat. So we've got He-Man, Man-at-Arms, Orko, and Skeletor, along with Merman. Kind of like a little hodgepodge group of everybody here. for the most part, but very cool in terms of just the pack itself, guys. It just looks really, really nice. So like I said, I was very excited to see this for $5, and I'm like, for 5 bones, I'll bite. So this just looks really, really cool. So just something kind of little throwaway to show you guys. It was something fun to check out. And then naturally, of course, the detail on these, you know, $1 a piece, I'm not going to fade it because they look cool right there. So Skeletor is probably my favorite out of the group, along with Merman and Orko. And then, of course, you have Man-at-Arms and He-Man, just kind of the old standbys. But very, very cool in terms of that. And for $5, you know, why not, right? Really, really nice. So very slick, and I'm glad to have picked that up. I had a sticker on the front that I had used like a blow dryer to trying to get off there. It was kind of unnerving, hoping I wasn't going to melt the plastic at all. So, all right, so with 4 minutes until the next review, let me just tell you guys, Disneyland was a blast, with the exception of I got extremely sick at the end of the day. It was not a good situation, much less right after I shot the last the video with Ogus Cantina. About 15 minutes later, all of a sudden the clouds came in and it rained, and it was raining for a whole chunk of the time for me to do my my reviews during the day, because the lighting was perfect with that. So everything really was kind of going a little bit downhill from that point. I bought ponchos for my wife and I because we were getting rained on like crazy. It was not a good situation. Annette, thank you so much for jumping in again with my social media call outs there to follow on IG. Tip jar, of course, I peeped this out. Of course, on PayPal. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. But guys, yeah, the rain was coming down and it was not a good look. I started kind of developing a little bit of a headache, and I had some stuff to take with me, but I was cold. It really was not a good thing there. So as the day went on, we figured, okay, this is pretty much going to be a bit of a bust. Whatever I had is what I had. We decided to go and get something to eat, and I went to one of my favorite buffets, actually right inside the Grand Floridian, the hotel right there, kind of like in between California Adventure and Disneyland, called the Storybook Cafe. I love going there. It's my first time back there in like over 5+ years before the pandemic and everything. And we had a great meal. Didn't get anything crazy, didn't really kind of go overboard. You know, we kind of had some really nice things. I took everything I needed to beforehand, and everything was fine. And then after that, we decided to go to the Spider-Man ride, which was a part of Avengers Campus. And my wife and I, we were in line, and all of a sudden I just wasn't feeling right. My system was like not agreeing with me. And it turns out my wife was having a little bit of an issue as well. But I got hit with it more than anything. So I had to excuse myself from the line, and it was not a good situation for the rest of that time. So I had to kind of let my system do what it needed to, for lack of a better sense. We were there kind of waiting for things to calm down, and I had to make my way back home shortly after that. It was not good. So without getting into too much detail, it was not a good situation towards the end of the day. But I'm glad I had as much of a good time as I could have, considering with the rain, but at the same time, it was definitely a bit of a bust for the latter part of the afternoon. But I got to tell you really quickly before I grab the food, Rise of the Resistance was the most insane experience I have ever had on a virtual ride. You know, that Star Wars ride, the new one, I've always wanted to go. It was absolutely insane. Everything about being taken aboard the Rebel ship, and then we get captured, and then we're brought up to the Star Cruiser, Star Destroyer, and it was insane. Then we had to escape that. It was done so amazing, I gotta tell you. It was really, really good. Really, really good. So good times across the board with that. So in a nutshell, let's just say it was not exactly a good time, the latter part of Disneyland. It was very uncomfortable. The rain stopped. We were still wet. We were soaking, and I had all my stuff with me. It was just a very, very long evening as well. Tony Montana, I finally got a chance to reunite with the Wendy's Pretzel Bacon Pub Cheeseburger Sundae. It's always delicious. You already know. Michael Domer, yikes, that doesn't sound fun. Nope, it was not. It was not. Yes, buffets are tight, though. I do agree. But I got full pretty quickly, and I didn't really go overboard because that's just how my diet is. So I was really kind of surprised with that there. So, all right, let's see. Chicago Lug 20, finally got a chance to catch you live after a few months. Always forget every Friday, but I'm glad I joined. Welcome. Thank you so much for being on here. And to all of you guys who are commenting here in the chat, I'm trying to scan this over to see to make sure if I'm not missing anything. If you guys are asking some questions, something like a meal when hunger looms, and that's the truth. Absolutely interested food. You already know. Good times. All right, so if you guys are ready for the first food review, are you guys ready for this? Give me a Let's see. Give me a wedge of cheese here in the chat if you guys are ready for this right now. If you guys are ready for this, definitely give me a little cheese slice, so to speak, there. Donkey, yes, not fun even when in the most magical place in the world. Yes, being out in public and dealing with drama is not my idea of a good time, okay? It is not. Wedge of cheese, there we go. All right, very nice, very nice. It looks like you guys are ready for action right over here. So without further ado, I'm gonna put you on hold real quick, talk amongst yourselves, have a good time doing that for about a minute or so, maybe less, and I will be back and we're gonna get into something that I am very excited to try, actually. This is going to be fun, and I know you guys are gonna try and guess what it is. If you're thinking it's got cheese, you may or may not be right, because that sometimes I like to throw you off, right? But we'll have to see. So without further ado, I will be back. While you're staying chilling here in the chat, stay frosty at the same time, and we'll get back to it here in just a second. So don't go nowhere. It's about to get crazy. Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
All right, I did that one a little early there. Hopefully that came through okay. Great to see everybody back in here. And I think I see a lot of the comments. You guys are all trying to guess what it is. Is it street corn Mexican Cheetos? I think I saw one. Cheese corn dogs. Maureen Descatato is saying she loves those. I definitely like those as well too. Absolutely. Klongo thinks it's mac and cheese. We got a lot of people who are trying to guess chili cheese. Oh, too funny. Tony Schultz, aka The Flash. You already know how I cook these things super quick. I mean, you know how it goes down. John Hendren jumping in. What's going on? Haunted Mansion at Tokyo Disney was actually scary because all the ghosts and stuff were screaming at me in Japanese and I couldn't understand it. That's crazy. Yeah, my wife went to Tokyo recently, actually, and she went to a Disney Sea there, actually. So she didn't go there to see the Haunted Mansion. It was the other stuff. But yeah, I can see how that would be kind of crazy at the same time. John, I appreciate the super chat donation. Thanks so much for jumping in over there. That is craziness. That is craziness. All right, so here we go. It is time to get this on. I'm going to cover my laptop here. And this is actually something that I never knew that they had, because it's actually new. And actually, you know, before I even get into that, I'm surprised I forgot to show you guys here from Oga's Cantina. I know you guys probably saw these in the review, but these are the coasters from the Bantha as well as the Rancor right there. So I definitely had to take these with me. And I didn't even notice this until I got home, but on the very back, it even says Oga's Cantina, which is kind of nice there. So little keepsakes from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. If you guys ever see when you go to their bar, this is what they put their drinks on. So very, very cool with that. Very cool with that. All right. So anyway, if you guys are familiar with a brand called Screamin Sicilian, they make some pretty awesome frozen pizzas. I mean, the boxes look pretty cool. And one of these days I'm going to get around to reviewing them here on the channel for what that is, because I love the boxes with the big mustaches and things like that as well. Did you guys know that they actually have stromboli. Take a look at that, guys. That looks really, really cool at the same time. This is the Supremus Maximus Supreme. Basically a supreme version of their pizza like that. So very, very cool. Jackie Hero Food Reviews, thanks so much for jumping on. Yes, I do agree. Very cool coasters. I dig them. But Supremus Maximus, as soon as I saw this, for some reason, I thought of Drew's Food Reviews because I always call him Haddis Maximus or something along those lines. But guys, take a look at this here. This, if you guys have never had a stromboli, this is basically kind of like, I want to say like an Italian Hot Pocket, so to speak. I guess you can probably say a calzone is like that too. But this has actually a little bit more ridges. It's a little bit more open. The ends are open naturally. But this is Screamin Sicilian's version of these here. So we'll have to see. Jeff Crail, Tower of Terror was pretty scary. David S. Pumpkins is super scary. Any questions? Yes. Who is David Pumpkins? What is going on with David Pumpkins? But anyway, the Supremus Maximus, they had a cheese version, a pepperoni version, and this version, which I'm always down with, which is a little bit of everything here. And as you guys can see, pepperoni and Italian sausage, pizza sauce, black olives, green and red peppers, onions, mozzarella, and provolone cheese is wrapped in an artisan dough. Guys, how could you not want to check out something like this, right? How could you not want to check out something like this? Right after I finish the stream now I have to watch that SNL clip with David Pumpkins. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate that. Any questions? But guys, Screamin Sicilian, we're going to rock into this. And check this out. I just noticed this when I went to go get this earlier, actually, when I was putting this in the microwave, opening the box. Guys, you see that mustache right there? It looks like it's perforated, doesn't it? You guys think I should try and pop this out? You think this is actually supposed to be worn when you eat this? Because if so, we may have to do that. So let me see how many. Give me a thumbs up here in the chat if you guys are down with mustache tomfoolery, so to speak. Getting dressed up with a mustache here. I guess I can probably do that. Let me give this a shot here. Yeah, this actually rips out here pretty easily. We got thumbs up in effect here right now. Here we go. A mustache, you a question. Look at this. This is actually pretty funny, man. This is pretty funny. All right, hang on. I don't want to rip this and have it completely rip. All right. This little piece here. Come on, come on. It's perforated. There we go. All right. Wow. It's about to go down. Pop this out. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, man, that kind of hurts. Oh, there you go. Wow, I have such an urge to say, it's a me, Mario. Oh, this is nuts. Look at this. Check it out. Take a screenshot of that right there. There you go. Ian K with a mustache like this. It's a me, Mario. I'm going to try and do this this is going to be kind of fun. All right, guys, let me show you what we're working with here because for $5, this is pretty big and on sale for like $3.99, which is still a good deal on this here. I'm going to try and bring this forward. I don't want this to fall. But as you can see, it is perforated. It is a massive Hot Pocket. There's a piece of sausage hanging out of this right over here. It looks like it's seasoned pretty nicely. This is pretty crazy here right now. So we're having a little bit of fun here on Peep This Out Reviews. I got a mustache on. I'm going to get such a talking to here from the moms after this. Who wants a mustache, right? Jeff Krell is getting crazy with it. Let me pick up one of these here. This is hot, actually. This is very hot. Hang on one second here. This is very hot, actually. I'm going to have to use a little bit of a napkin with this one, guys. But, wow. Okay. Take a look. We're going to try and give this focus. Hopefully my focus is not going to need too much focus. Come on now. I think the towel is kind of blowing it out, but you can kind of see we've got some meat on the inside of that, some cheese, there's some sausage on the very top. Let's give this a shot, guys. I'm curious. The Screamin Sicilian Stromboli here on Peep This Out Reviews. And again, it's a me, Mario. They're staying in. Oh. Pepperoni's got some spice. It's very bready. Hold on. I mean, this is going to be the challenge. I can't do it. I can't drink my drink with that thing in. It's a straight stop. All right. I'm going to go for another few on this naturally because I got to get in further. But as you can see, there is a decent amount of meat on the inside of that. Man, I got to be careful. I'm not going to choke on this because I can't get to my drink. So bear with me. Let's go for a few more bites of this. I'm going to go for that shot right over there with that sausage right on the top. The sausage is pretty good so far. I got a little bit on the inside. Mmm. There's a lot of cheese in that. A lot of cheese in that bite. Going down the wrong pipe too. It's bready, but I like it. And take a look on the inside. There's no shortage of meat, and the cheese is good. The sauce is a little on the bland side, but that pepperoni's got a little bit of spice. But the doughy texture, I really like on the outside. Now you can bake this. They want you to actually bake this for about 20 minutes. But naturally, the microwave version of this has that special type of tray which does the crispiness on the bottom. So I figured, okay, I'll do that. But it's really, it's good. It's pretty tasty with that. So not bad. I mean, it's a pretty huge thing, guys. I mean, even just half of this, you're good. So let me go for another couple of bites on this, but I'm digging the quality of this. For something kind of frozen, and naturally from a name brand, again, Screamin Sicilian, they have some pretty cool boxes for their stuff there. So I definitely want to check out some of the others and see if they all come with these little mustaches right here at the same time too. Let's go for another couple of bites. Just having this right now. Oh no, my mustache fell. Makes me want to go rescue Princess Peach in Super Mario Brothers. It's meaty. It's definitely meaty. There's a lot more meat than cheese, which I'm down with. But man, now this thing is loosening up. As you can see here, I'm trying to keep it together for you guys. Last couple of things on this. I like it. I just wish there was a little bit more cheese as I'm getting further in, because that was the middle section right there. But there's a lot more meat, so I'm not going to hate on it too much because it's definitely a nice situation with this here as well. So yes, Mr. Jimmy, it's a meaty Mario. I know, with my hat on and everything too. But yes, not bad. This is really not bad. I mean, when I get this again, hey, for $4, it's pretty sizable. So I would probably rock this one again, to be honest, because the other versions they have straight pepperoni as well as a cheese variant at the same time as well too. So I like this. The seasoning on the outside is nice. It does have a little bit of heat. It's still giving me a little bit of a sizzle in the back of my throat. But it's nice for what it is. So let's go for one more bite. We'll wrap this little quickie review up with a rating, and we'll get into the next review because we're already coming up on a quarter till already, guys. This hour's going by fast. So let's go for another bite. Oh, the sausage is good. That is really good, actually. All right. So, official breakdown of this one. It's got a lot of meaty flavor. The meat is actually pretty nice on the inside. I just wish I had a little bit more cheese. And it could be just the way that I cut it too, because how these things are made. But nice quality with this, guys. Definitely nice quality. And for that crisping tray that it comes with, that's really the caveat that really take this one up a notch, because you get a little bit of that crunch action at the same time. So overall, I'm going to have to give the Stromboli, the Supremus Maximus Supreme. Drew, I think you should definitely check this one out, actually. I'm going to do like an 8.4 on this one. It's nice. I mean, it's above an 8. The quality is good. The price was definitely right. On sale for $3.99, normally $4.99. I would still rock this at $4.99. I think it's worth it because it's pretty sizable. And overall, the quality, like I said, pretty nice. I mean, the olives I didn't really kind of get into so much there, not so much the cheese, like I said, but the quality of the sausage, the pepperoni, is pretty nice, guys. Definitely nice. And again, it's doughy, but it's large. So I think you do get your money's worth for this. And just to show you, because I think this one is kind of cooling off, The cheese is kind of melting off of this one just a bit, but the crispiness is pretty nice. Pretty nice with this, guys. And as you can see on the inside, it's not bad. It's just a little bready. It's just a little bready. So that tends to be the same with most of the things that you get. Get this off here before I sneeze. Before you get into some of the other stuff from the frozen section, that's usually a bready situation in general. So you already know. Jesse, happy birthday to my pal from the Funky Pipe Meister himself. We love you, buddy. I appreciate you, Jesse. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's awesome. I appreciate that. Of course, you'll see your name popping up in a second and down below as well, guys. Thank you so much for that. I greatly appreciate that. All right, because I did not want to leave out what my mom was expecting and some of you guys may be expecting as well for this second review that's here. I have something else to show you guys here. Tony Montana actually got the chance to try both variants of the new steak and bacon grilled cheese sandwiches at Sonic. You know how I feel about those, so let me just, I'll just leave it at that with that too. So we'll have to see. Bust out the Starry from Drew. That actually hasn't shown up too much in my area here, and they actually have it in cases. They don't have it individually, and I don't want to buy a whole case of that because I know I'm not going to drink it. So we'll have to see about that. But just to satisfy something that you mentioned earlier, and I know the moms is going to be super excited for this. Guys, we're going to get into some Cheetos. So you guys weren't that far off to think about what we were going to be checking out. It just wasn't going to be initially up front. We've got the Flamin' Hot Tangy Chili Fusion. That supposedly, I want to say these are going to be kind of like the Takis a little bit in terms of the flavor. But you can't go wrong with Flamin' Hot anything, to be honest. So whenever they do these things, they always come out with flavors like this right around the Super Bowl. If you guys have given this a shot, give me a flame right over here in the chat. Let me know you guys have given these a go. Because I don't know about you, I think this is going to be just a little bit more of a spicier hit compared to what it normally is. So let me open this up. Zachary Klein, my mom loves Cheetos. Nice, 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 nice. Misty Smith, once a jolly swag man, can't buy a billbong under the shade. Oh, it's jumping up here real quick. There we go. Jim and sang. He watched and waited until the Billy boiled. You come waltzing Matilda with me. Misty, I'm telling you, you're always on one. I love it. I love it. Let's see. So Lord Beef, we got Flames, we got Claw and Go. Tried those earlier. They're pretty good and decent. Very nice. These are Fire from Ionic. I love the way you have your name spelled. That's pretty awesome. Let's give these a shot, guys. This is really nothing in terms of a description on the bag. I haven't seen any reviews of this because I knew I wanted to give this a shot, so I'm curious to see how these are going to be. Nothing on the very back. It's not saying it's a combination of anything outside of just tangy chili fusion. So I'm expecting a little bit of tang, obviously, and naturally the heat of what it has here as well. So let's give this a shot. Oh boy, reviews. I don't know about the mustache. That was supposed to go on the nose. That's how you hold it up. It's the clips underneath. You'll see it. You'll see it. That's the only way to do it, my friend. That's the only way to do it. Make sure there's nothing on that while I'm showing that to you. That would not be cool. All right, so let's give this a shot here, guys. The Cheetos Flaming Hot Tangy Chili Fusion. Oh. That has like an Asian flair to it. It smells like Asian spice, if I can call it that. I mean, it's going to look just like any other nondescript Cheeto, so to speak, Flamin' Hot. Let's give this a shot, guys. Flamin' Hot Tangy Chili Fusion. Let's give this a shot. We're peeping this out. That's an Asian flair right away. Ooh. Right up front. Instantly. As soon as you taste it, it elevates up. There's the heat, the tang, and there's the spice. Ooh, these are good. These are good. I think they nailed this. Wow. Yeah, it is tangy. Ooh, you gotta always kind of breathe it in when you have Cheetos Flamin' Hot like this. But it makes me want to have like a sweet and sour duck sauce or something like that. I'm getting an Asian flair with this. Like I'm having like really fine Asian cuisine. This is pretty nice. Tangy chili fusion. And the more I'm going into these, the more I'm beginning to feel it. You really kind of feel it build up. They're kind of small though. I think it depends on your batch, but some of these are usually bigger than others. Okay, that one's not bad. They're dusted pretty nicely. I think these would be good with like a kind of like a queso dip, or anything with queso I think would be pretty good. But man, that heat is really kind of hanging around. It's nothing crazy. It's like a nice comfortable sizzle. But initially up front, you're going to feel like you feel your senses go and you feel your mouth water. And then it kind of lays back in the cut just a bit. But the tanginess is nice on this. That's really good. And I'm telling you, sweet and sour duck sauce or sweet and sour pork, I feel like having right now. I'm getting that flair. It could be because I'm just hungry for dinner at the same time. These are good. These are definitely good. I definitely would recommend these for sure. Oreo Boy Reviews, I've heard these are less spicy than normal Flaming Hot. Initially up front, you get that really quickly, but it's manageable. I wouldn't say it's maybe less. I think it's pretty much on par, but the flavor is noticeably tangy. You'll get that flavor right away. But I'm telling you guys, if you've had this, if you agree with that Asian type of flair, you know what I'm talking about. Give me a thumbs up here in the chat. Let me know you agree with that, because this really feels like literally like a Chinese New Year situation that I would probably expect to taste a flavor like this, to be honest. And I like that. I mean, I like that a lot. It's really good. All right. Zachary Klein, don't let your hunger for dinner bypass your review of these, please. Not to worry. Trust me, I'm giving you the detail. The crunch is obviously there, but the tanginess and the chili, it's a nice combination with that. So like I said, I wouldn't say it's exactly like on par or less than, but it is actually on par, I should say. It's not less than the regular Flamin' Hot, but it does have a little bit of a tang to it, almost like a lime. Like you're gonna get something kind of like a lime, like instantly the citrus-like, but it has just a nice tang that hangs out. So I like that. Nice quality on this. Nice quality, absolutely. See, my chat looks like it's stuck on screen, but I see you guys are moving along. Drew, are they a banging situation? I would say they are definitely a banging situation. Are they as good as regular Flaming Hot? I would say pretty much up there. It's just a little bit of a tang that you're getting with this one. But the fusion of the heat and that together, I'm not getting anything above and beyond that, which is fine because the flavor is good. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll just do a 9 on this, because there's very little difference aside from the tang from the regular Flamin' Hot. They look exactly the same. They're just as crunchy. It's just a little bit of a different flavor profile, I guess, the powdering that they're using. But I like it though. I like that. And yes, the tang hangs with you for a while. It really does. So I definitely like that. I would recommend these. I just wish they were a little bit bigger in my bag that I got here. This was like, I think $3.99. And there are some that are good, but they're these little French fry-like versions. I used to like the bigger versions of them. They kind of have like different weird shapes and stuff. You don't have that with this one, at least with my bag anyway. But as you can see, pretty average size. Again, it's mostly air. I'm gonna go for another couple on these right now. But not bad. It doesn't have the normal price point on here, but anything over like $3.99, which I still think is a little high for something like this, I don't think I would do, but I like these though. I do like these. Good old Chester Cheetah. Connect with Chester Cheetah at all their social media handles. Right over there. You can kind of see that if it stays focused in there, but good old Chester Cheetah. All right, last one. I like it. Very, very good. Flamin' Hot, tangy chili fusion. A very lovely situation. And you have the Cheeto fingers. That's how you know you have a legit Cheeto, because you have some of that dust that's on there. All right, now that I have the mustache off my face here, very tasty. Zach, the price there on the back was $150. What? Definitely not. Oh no, that's calories. 150 are the calories. That's for a serving there as well. So very, very tasty on those. I will definitely be rocking those watching my shows. I gotta say, Very good. I'm back into Alice in Borderland. Naturally, I have like 3 episodes left to do on that for sure. The Last of Us, just so you guys know, definitely watch that show. It is a fantastic adaptation so far. A couple of changes they've done here and there, but I'm totally digging it. Outside of the fact that Ellie doesn't look anything like the character in the video game, it's still a very, very awesome show without a doubt. So good times, good times, good times. So guys, let me take a quick moment to thank each and every one of you. Thank you so much for jumping on tonight. This is a very fast hour naturally here, but that just makes me hungrier to even get into it for next week as well, for the next stream. But I appreciate you guys all jumping on tonight and checking out the stream tonight. Sorry again from last week. I'm glad to be here with you guys tonight as well. Dr. Jeb playing Forsaken, talking about the Cup. It's a fun game. You should check it out. Very nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's a lot of great stuff out there for all the gaming systems for sure. I got to make my way up to eventually get a PS5 or an Xbox Series X and move into the current stuff. I have all the last gen stuff still with that, so we'll have to see. But again, thank you so much. This is a lot of fun to check out tonight. You guys have a lot to look forward to starting next week. But I do have a little quickie for you tomorrow, which I think it may be a little late in terms of what it is, but this should be a lot of fun for you to check out either way. All about that brand new content every single week, of course. Man, that spice is making my mouth water. Rule number 1, try not to do Cheetos, flamin' hot stuff towards the end of your stream. You're going to be dealing with it because that's what it is. So anyway, a lot of fun stuff you'll have starting tomorrow. Of course, a brand new review at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as well as the review of this, the replay, I should say, of this stream at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Sunday. And then it's all going down starting into this coming week as well. So you have a lot of big gun content pieces that are coming from some of your favorites and some of the usual suspects naturally. But it's going to be really, really tasty nonetheless. In fact, I already know it. So it's going to be fun. Jackie Hero, thank you so much. I appreciate you being on here right now. Guys, do check out all the amazing content creators in the community. Jackie Hero Food Reviews, Drew's Food Reviews, all the peeps who may not be making themselves known. You know who you are. You should actually make yourselves known. Let people know what you're doing, what's going on. You'll have a lot to look forward to from all of them as well. It's just a one big happy family doing it big on YouTube as always, and keeping the food review niche alive and well, because there's always fun stuff to check out. So again, I always appreciate contributing to what we do here on the channel, as well as the YouTube community in general. So I appreciate that. Pipe Knight, love your content, Ian. Great to finally catch you live. You turned me on to Jack in the Box. Thank you. Thank you so much, Pipe. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you being here as well, too. Do like, share, comment, and subscribe, of course. Hopefully you guys are all subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Lots of good stuff to be notified, and don't forget to hit the bell, so naturally you'll be notified when new content drops every week. So again, lots to look forward to. Shout outs to the Mama Peeps again. A very happy birthday to you. It was great celebrating with you, moms. I love you. E. Noel loves you as well. We all love you. Jeff Krell loves you. Everybody loves you. Everyone loves Mama Peeps, especially everybody here in the chat who's always very, very appreciative of you as well. So I wouldn't be able to do what I do without you naturally, because I wouldn't be here. So thank you so much for being the ultimate vessel to get me here to planet Earth, so I can create content for all my peeps here on YouTube. In a very nutshell way to say it, that's the way that I'm putting it out there. So shout outs to each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for jumping on. I'm going to be here in the chat for another minute or two until it times out, of course. And I'll try and just, jump in here as much as I can. Let's see here. Jackie, thank you so much again, Ian. Just check out all the awesome creators here in the chat and sub to. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To everybody here, thank you so much for being on here right now. Mr. Jimmy Mi Familia is saying happy birthday to his auntie. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I think my mom will definitely appreciate that, Mr. Jimmy. Thank you so much. Homie hugs to you and your family, of course, and all the little ones. Let's see here. Jeff Crail, thanks. You are the best. You. Kevlar Woodvest, thanks so much for jumping on. Beautiful Hogman, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate the subscription from Doonkie there. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. All of you guys here who have really put in the time and join me here on these streams, I greatly appreciate that. So thank you so much. I greatly appreciate being on here with you. All right, guys. So with that, let me close out my 2 official outros that we have here. As always, it's Ian K officially closing out the live stream for January 27th, 2023. And like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel. So why you stay tuned for that next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Good times, guys. 2023, we're marching into February. Really kind of hard to believe, to be honest. Craziness across the board. So craziness. So after my fiasco at Disneyland and being as sick as I was, I have to work on putting 5 more pounds back on. So thankfully, with all the stuff that you're going to see on the channel, that will probably going to help me do that. when you see what it is, you have a lot of really good, fun stuff to look forward to, guys. That's all I have to say. So it's going to be a lot of fun this coming week and the week after. And then everything in between. And of course, on the next stream, which I plan on being for the next Friday, we'll definitely rock it out from there. So with that... Tony Montana, you know, I actually passed on doing the infusion drinks at Jack in the Box because I can't bring myself to pay $5 for one of those. It is just not worth that. It is so not worth that, to be honest. So honestly, there's so many other things that you're going to see that you're going to be glad that I didn't do that, that I'm just okay with it, to be honest. And you know what? If I do change my mind, maybe I'll do it as a quickie here on the stream if they still have it. But I can't bring myself to pay that's like going to Starbucks and paying an overpriced coffee, which I think I would get a little bit more enjoyment out of, to be honest. So definitely not looking forward to giving those a shot for sure. At least for now, we'll have to see. So with that, let's see here. Mr. Jimmy, Ian, I text you later what I acquired this week. Nice. Okay. I look forward to seeing what that is for sure. All right, guys, enjoy all the sporting events this week. I can't wait for the following weekend because naturally I think that's going to be Super Bowl weekend. We'll definitely get into something. If it's not this coming, I think it's next week after next, right? The Super Bowl. When is the Super Bowl? I am totally losing my train of thought here right now. Let me go into let's see. February is all right. So the week after, I believe. Okay, 2 weeks from Sunday. Okay, that's right. That's right. So it's the 12th. All right, very cool. So we have a couple of weeks yet. So not this coming Friday, but the following next Friday, a Friday after that. Good. So we'll have to work on doing something for the 10th. Okay, so we'll work on that. All right, very good. February 12th it is. It is awesome in there. Misty Smith, thank you so much for all you do as well. Mr. Jimmy, again, thank you for the date. Everybody on here. Go Niners, Mr. Jimmy. Good thing we're out of here before things get crazy in the chat. We'll save that, though. So, guys, shout-outs to each and every one of you. Have an amazing weekend. I'm going to try and stay as dry as I can, given what's expected on Sunday and Monday. It shouldn't be too bad, but it's still rain nonetheless. And then brand new content again tomorrow on the 28th, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. A little quickie for you. And then the big guns begin rolling in as this week gets started here for us. So, shout-outs to you there. It is definitely on and popping. Jeff Krill, yes, don't forget the 50th B-Day. Trust me, we're not going to be forgetting that. We are not going to be forgetting that as well before you hit that milestone before me. We'll definitely do something without a doubt there. So shout outs to you. You already know. And we'll go from there. So guys, enjoy your weekend. I'm going to see you guys very, very soon. Naturally, it is great to be functional again after last week. And we'll go from there. Shout outs to you as well, Jake Steed from Glendora, just a stone's throw away. I appreciate that. Thanks so much for jumping on, and we will see what's going on here. So again, I'll be here in the chat for another minute or so, and with that, peace. I'm out.